been a few years since I put the windows in. I'm going to take them out and just replace the wood backing strips on the inside. As well, I'm going to replace the butyl tape. Stuff I used was called butyl tape, or that's what the RV shop called it. But I notice I get a lot of this staining in that, dripping down. I'm not sure if you can see that very well. But it rains, it sits here for a year, and it comes down and it just stains the trailer. So I got some slightly different stuff. I went to the RV shop today and got this stuff. It's called a combo tape. It's got butyl tape in it and putty. It's a little more flexible. Not sure if it stains as much. As well, I did read on the internet, and there are apparently different types of butyl tape. Maybe these are the two different types, I'm not sure. On the left here is that combo tape. Usually it's got this wrinkly paper on the outside, I guess. And this here is the actual butyl tape. Stickier, smoother paper on the back, smoother shiny paper. This stuff I found, it separated from the paper easier. The butyl tape itself, if you do it on a hot day, it tends to stick a lot, but it's doable. Here they are side by each, just for comparison. The one with the penny on it is the combo tape, and the one on the other side is the butyl tape. I think I'm going to take this exterior caulking. This is white. It'll dry white, but it's also paintable. If need be, I can paint it. With the caulking, I might just clean up the edge here a bit. When I did put this in, I should have, a few years back, I should have actually trimmed that right after. I mean, it's not a big deal, but this will make it look a little nicer. Like as well, you can see up here, I didn't take the time to trim that. I know I meant to, but I never did get around to it. Here's the window from the inside. This part of the frame had been painted. It is getting scuffed up here a bit over a few years usage. I didn't paint the inside piece last time. Maybe I'll run up and see if I can find some paint for that, and I'll paint it. Again, it's aluminum, so I'll have to go through that etching process again. You can see that in one of the previous videos. Now under here there's just a piece of plywood, 3/4 inch plywood, cut into 3/4 inch strips that the outside window is screwed into just to snug it up. So I've just pre-cut some strips of plywood. I'm going to start just by taking this black plastic covering off. This was something I bought at an RV shop. I think I came in a 25-foot roll, and so it's not factory to these. So it's just a flexible, so you can bend it just to cover up the screws. The original stuff on here was that gray stuff, and it was brittle and it broke. So we'll take that off all the way around, then we'll get the screws in. We have been getting some very heavy thunder showers here lately, but upon inspection, like, there are no leaks around the windows, so it's good. I've checked all the windows, side windows, front and back windows, the fantastic vent, anywhere I've popped bolts through, and nothing's leaking, so we are dry. This will probably give you a better idea how it sticks. So I've made you look, see there, it's still joined, so I just cut that with the knife, and eventually it'll come. There we go. So that's just all the butyl tape on there, and here it is on here. So now we'll have to go around and clean all this off. It's pretty sticky, goopy stuff, but that's why it keeps the water out. So we'll just take a look. Here's how it is on the inside. So here's the outside of the shell with the butyl tape. Here's what it bites into on the inside, just a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, which is encapsulated in that aluminum frame. It was easier for me to pop the outside out first. Now I can get this out. Should just pop out now. The only thing might be a bit of paint or something holding it in there. There we go. So it's just that aluminum frame, 3/4 inch plywood cut into 3/4 inch strips. So I'll take those out and I'll just replace it with these ones, just fresh ones. These ones are dry, rotten in spots. Not sure if you can see, but water has seeped in. So I'll just replace those. Here's some of the old plywood that was used to screw into. You can see it's all dried out, rotten in spots. Now the opening for my particular trailer with my particular windows, a lot of them are probably the same. I have got 17 3/4 inch by 25.5. Now I did some Googling and apparently mineral spirits will help clean this up. I'll try not to get too much on the paint or anything like that in case it lifts it. They say don't use acetone or anything like that, it's too strong. So this in combination with a putty knife and a rag. I'm on the paint here, so I'm due for a paint job. Loosens it up a bit. Maybe I'll work at getting the majority off and then just cleaning up with the mineral spirits. Got the majority of it off with the scraper. Now with the rag soaked in mineral spirits and a little bit of elbow grease, we get the rest of it off. While I'm thinking of it, we're going to take this butyl tape and just throw it in the fridge here for a half hour or so. I wonder where that beer came from. Throw it in there. It'll just make it easier to peel the tape off the backing. Now we'll repeat the process with the mineral spirits to get the butyl tape off of the actual frame. Yeah, I've got most of the butyl tape off of the window and the shell. Now it's just a matter of going around and I'll degrease it with a slight mixture of TSP. And then we'll rinse everything down, let it dry, and reinstall the window. Plywood's fastened into the aluminum backing plate. Need to remove the screen. Lay some tape down. Give it a snip. And hopefully if it's cool enough, actually my fridge is acting up, it's not that cool. Well, this is coming off nice and easy though. Sometimes if it's hot and sticky, it'll the putty will come off with it. I'm going to overlap it a bit. You can always trim it up later around the windows, like I didn't do last time. Okay, make sure you do take the backing paper off, otherwise it definitely will not seal. So there's the tape on. I've overlapped it a bit. Once I suck this down, this will all squish out. So there's my finger. So that stuff's about 1 inch wide. So this one here, initially the tape was out a bit, but that's okay. We'll just do that, do it left-handed. Grab that backing because you don't want it, it'll just push away. There, you can see that tape coming out there. So I'll do that all the way around. So I'm going to leave this for the night. I'll let it skin up if it does such a thing. And then we'll trim it off tomorrow. And this time I'm going to try, I'll put a bead of that caulking around here just to see if it prevents those drips. So you can probably see there how it's squeezed out over the top. That's fine. I just check all around, make sure it's squeezing out everywhere. There's no gaps. Okay, I'm not sure if this is skinned up, so I don't know if you do have to actually let it set, but it's been a day or overnight. I'll just angle that in a bit. Slice her down. Just peel that back just to make things a little neater. Not like last time. I went back to the hardware store and I actually found some ivory color mono ultra. So this more closely matches the color of my trailer. So I'll put that on. Now again, the main purpose of this, it's not to keep out water. The main purpose of putting this here is for aesthetics reasons, so it looks okay. Plus I'm hoping it'll keep that butyl tape putty mix from dripping and creating stains down the trailer. There we go. It's not perfect, but it blends in better than if I would have used the white, and I would have had a hard time painting that. So I'll run a wet finger over that a few more times, smooth it out a bit more. Yeah, we'll reinstall these plastic strips here. So there we go. New wood strips installed on the inside, new butyl / putty tape, and that bead of mono around the edge.